organizing for teachers using Google tools.
Perfect.
Okay. And who better to ask than you, right?
Yeah, I like to use Google.
But before you get started, I got to tell you, one of my biggest pet peeves with using any kind of tech tools is if it takes longer to set it up than the benefit it is to use it. And I know tonight you're not going to get into anything that's going to waste anybody's time, but instead save a lot of time.
Yes, for sure.
Okay. So I'm going to turn it over to you. You're going to do a cool desktop share and do a demo for us.
Yes.
Okay. So before you get started, can you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
So my name is Kristy, and I teach grade 7 and 8 in Ontario, Canada, in the suburbs of Toronto. And I wanted a system to easily share things with my students because my students could be absent for a variety of reasons. They could have been on a school trip, maybe they are away for sports, or they were sick. And as much as I love Google Classroom, it didn't organize things the way I needed to. I have a very linear brain, and I need things very linear, and they have to be in an organized fashion. And so I discovered a little hack using Google Sheets, and I made my own table of contents. And then I found a Google extension that helps PDF content that I find on the web, so that when I want to share something with my students, I can PDF it. And that way they can use assistive technology to have it read to them, just in case websites aren't assistive technology friendly.
You see my mouth? I can't wait. I know, right? I was like, oh my God, that's wonderful. All right, girl, take it away.
Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with all of you guys, and I'm going to walk you through my process. Okay, so Danielle, can you guys see my screen?
I see a grade 8 table of contents, yeah.
Perfect, okay. So this is Google Sheets. Anyone that has a G Suite for Education with their school board or district, Google Sheets comes for free with it. So what I've done is I've created a table of contents, and I put the date of my lesson, the lesson title, and then I've hosted the lesson in Google Drive. So when I click on the link, there's the article of the week that we were studying that particular week. And so if students were absent, or if they didn't bring their binder home and they need access to the course material, it's organized. If they wanted to look at something else, so I just had another one, I scanned this one and I was able to put it into a table of contents. I'm not a subject specialist, and so where I teach, we have to teach multiple subjects. So down here, there's a history tab. So I have an English tab for my English lessons, and then history.
Oh, I see it.
So what I've done is, for something like history or for English, I made a video for my students, a screencast on how to format their documents properly when they submit them. And so I use the top of the table of contents for content that's evergreen. So I would want them to be able to reference it. So if you had an online textbook, or if you wanted them to go to No Red Ink or any of the other online sites, you could link them right here, and it's right there for them. And then in my history tab, there's the Canadian Encyclopedia. So there's a website that we go to frequently for research. It's a vetted encyclopedia, 100% Canadian content. And then for our school, the textbook that we use, I just made a pretend link. And then I could also have the login and the password if it wasn't student specific. So some textbook companies just rent you a certain amount of licenses, and then you just get a generic username and password. So you could also put that there for your students. And then I link up different things that we're doing. So in history, here's the questions. We watched a video, and then here's the questions for the video, and then here's the graphic organizer. And then right there, students can just download this into their drive, and then they can use Google extensions to fill it out if they want to, or they can just have it as a backup in case they lose it. If a middle school student loses their binder, it's the end of the world. As I'm sure you know, Danielle, when you taught high school, if someone loses their binder.
Yes.
So this way.
Yes. Replacing things, I know, the folders when they disappear right now. Do your students keep their binders in the room, or they take them?
No, they take them. There's no space in my room to house anything. So they keep all their binders in their lockers. And so this is what I do. This is the front end. This is what students see. And then I just put this one link in the About tab of Google Classroom. So they can always access it. They can just log into Google Classroom and it's there 24/7. And so if students want to show their parents what we were doing in class, but don't want to bring their binders home, or if they want to study for something, it's all uploaded here, and it's uploaded by date. What it looks like on my back end is I just make folders for my subjects. And then in my folders, I make topic folders. So this would be article of the week. I could have essay writing, paragraph writing, grammar, speaking and listening. And then I just have all of the PDFs or Google Docs in those folders.
And this is in your Google Classroom.
So this is done in Google Drive and I link it into Google Classroom. Yes.
Got it. So this is the Google Drive on your end.
Yes.
And this is, okay, this is how you organize it. Perfect. Okay. So let's say your child's using the PDF in the Google Classroom.
Yeah.
What extensions are you using?
So my favorite extension to help get content to students is called Print Friendly in PDF. So you need a Google Chrome browser to access a Google extension. And you go to the 3 dots on the right-hand side of your Google browser. You scroll down and you go to More Tools, and then you go to Extensions. When you're in Extensions, you scroll all the way down to the bottom to get more extensions. In there, you would search for the extension that you're looking for. So if I'm looking for Print Friendly in PDF, I would then just click the blue Add to Chrome button. It would end up in my extensions, and then I would have access. The great thing about it is I wanted to share this article with my students. I could link it to the website, but sometimes websites go down or the URL changes. And so what I do is I just go to this Print Friendly and PDF icon up in the right-hand part of my screen in the Chrome browser. It brings up the article. What I can do is then I can start deleting parts of the article that I don't want. Maybe I don't want the picture, maybe I don't want all the advertisements. If the article is too long, you can cut out paragraphs, and then you just hit PDF. It will PDF the article for you.
Okay, I have a light bulb moment. Look. Ooh, see, look what I'm doing. Okay, so you said something before that is such an awesome point. I am going to jump in for a moment. So I always think about this because, you know, we always talk about technology, 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 right? And what if tech goes down, right? What if it goes down? I don't know if everybody realizes that you can create resources in your Google Classroom, in your Drive that are available offline.
Yes.
And what Kristy is talking about is a perfect opportunity to create an offline cabinet of resources for you to go to. So even if your tech goes down in your building and you're still, you know, that stuff is there. That's great. You have it. That's really good. That's great. And you can bring it up on a smart board because it's on your Drive, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So now, would you share that immediately with your students, or do you hold on to it? Like, what do? Do you build up your resources?
So what I do is when I'm looking for something on the internet, I will share it when the lesson comes up. So, but sometimes I do work ahead in the table of contents. For example, history is chronological. So I will put up a week's worth of lessons. And if they want to watch the video ahead of time, that's fine. Then they'll just be more prepared for class. And sometimes students really like to see what's coming up in the lessons. The one really great thing about the extension that I just showed is that you can edit online content. So if there's an article that you want to share with your students or part of a website, but it's too long. So the New Year's, this week we went back to school in Ontario. We just went back on Monday. And the article for my article of the week was too long for grade 8 students. So I just kept the main ideas and I cut out the rest. And it was fantastic with this Google extension. So
I love the fact that you said that it can, a child can use the feature to have something read to them.
Yes.
That's so important.
So once you PDF it, they can open it in their assistive technology. So if they have Google Read and Write, which is a paid product through Google, it's an assistive technology product. Or if the school district has paid for other tools. Once it's a PDF, it can be read. And then you can have it offline. So you don't have to require the Wi-Fi. Even so, if it's a live website, you need the Wi-Fi. But if it's not, if it's just a PDF, you could even give the student the PDF on a jump drive or a USB drive if the Wi-Fi goes down. And so I like to have backups of all my stuff that I'm using with my students because the Wi-Fi always goes down. Always.
Because before when I was saying that, like, you can share it to your students even if the Wi-Fi goes down. Then I'm like, wait a minute, that doesn't work. That's why I was like, okay, can you share it with them ahead of time? I'm just always trying to think of ways to just make life easier and just always create like that safety net, because nothing's worse too when an administrator comes in on a day like that. Yeah, I know. And you break out like the color pencils and you're like, hey, yeah, okay.
So I'm really lucky. I have a document camera in my classroom. So I always print off a hard copy of whatever digital lesson we're doing. So I can just put it under the document camera and we can read it off the whiteboard all together. So if technology fails, which it does sometimes, we just go back to the good old tried and true, teacher reads it out loud at the front of the classroom, as opposed to everybody having it on their screen.
How do the kids react to that? Do they adjust quickly? Do they get annoyed?
No, they adjust really quickly because I always vary my lessons. We're not one-to-one. And so we only get the Chromebooks 1 to 2 times a week. And so I like to save the Chromebooks for stations as opposed to whole class lessons, because I can do a whole class lesson under my document camera, no problem. But I like to do stations when I have the Chromebooks, and that way I can meet with a small group and everyone else is engaged.
Right. So good. So the kids walk around with their Chromebooks?
Yeah, sometimes we like to keep them at their desks because we've had a lot of broken Chromebooks where I am. So we just keep them at their desks. But, if they want to stand while they're working, they can stand. Or if they want to sit on the floor, I have reading carpets, they can sit on the floor where we're using their Chromebooks.
Okay. I love this. That would save, I'm just thinking like how much time this would all save. I love that you can go to a website and generate your own PDF from the content on the website. I know you could do that, but with this extension, you could do editing, correct?
That's the key feature. You can edit it because I do have a Mac and I can save things as a PDF, but I haven't found the editing feature. If it's there, I'd love someone to send me a PM and tell me how to do it. But this is just a quick Google extension and I love it.
Yeah, and you're not talking about generating the PDF and opening the PDF and then editing. This is all before that happens.
It's all done as soon as I'll just show you guys another demo. So let's say I want to use this for science tomorrow. Seagulls are eating all of our garbage. I just click on the icon and there's my editable document and I'm just deleting stuff. Oh, I don't want any of this. I don't want this. And then for me, it's easier to print because it doesn't have all the pictures. And then if the students really want to see it, there's the website. They can just copy and paste it and then they can see all the images. Or if you're just sharing it online, you can have all the images. So that way, if I'm making a printed copy, they can still see all the images and everything in color, which I don't have a color printer. Like our photocopiers at school are black and white. So there's no color option.
Yeah, we got to get you a color printer for your room. No, I know. That's like a long shot, right?
We have 2 colored printers in the school, and one of them is in the special education office because our special education teachers make picture symbols for our students who need them.
Yeah.
And then the other one is in the principal's office. So neither one are easily accessible to me. But I have my own. You can see in the background, I bought my own color laser so that I could have engaging lessons in the classroom.
Okay, so give a plug for the color laser. What do you have?
I have an HP.
Yeah, I have one too.
I just went to Staples and I just asked the gentleman at Staples what they recommend, and this was on sale, and so I bought it.
I wonder, I don't think mine's considered a laser. A laser is like the big cartridge, right?
Yes.
No, I have an inkjet then, that's what it is.
No, I have a laser because I like to print a lot, and then I didn't want to have a color, like I have an old color inkjet, but I didn't want to have 2 things in the office. I share the office with my husband, so I have to be kind with my space.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, wait till my husband sees what I do to this space. I can't wait. That's going to be my project starting next month. We're getting a closet redone, and then the area around me will be mommy's office / playroom, but more mommy's office. So there won't be a screen behind me soon. That's to block all the toys. And okay, so anyway, back to this. So this is awesome. Okay, jumped in late. What is the extension? Okay, so Monica just asked, can you repeat to us again?
Yes.
Would you mind going through that one more time? So how to go to Google extensions? And, okay.
So you need a Chrome browser. You need to go to the 3 dots on the right-hand side of your Chrome browser. Then you'll have a lot of options. Go to more tools, go to the extensions, scroll all the way to the bottom, and there's a get more extensions. In get more extensions, you search for print friendly and it comes up and PDF. Then it's a really cute, little icon with little trees and blue with sky. It looks very eco-friendly because we're saving paper. And then you just click the blue add to Chrome button. We were on a paper diet at my school in December, all paper. We didn't have any paper, and this saved me a ton.
Wait, did you just call it a paper diet?
That was my, a paper diet.
I'm taking that from you. We're gonna do something with that.
The paper
I
diet.
like that.
We
Go on a paper diet.
It was not everyone. Teachers were not voluntarily going on the paper diet. So we went on the paper diet.
We're all on diets, right? In the beginning in January. So let's do the paper diet. That's awesome. All right, so go ahead. That's cool.
So you just get this, you add it, and then it ends up in the right-hand side of your Chrome browser. And you just click it anytime you're on a website that you want to print the website or you want to catalog it for offline use. So if your Wi-Fi goes down, but you can share things with your students and they can download them to their devices, then you can catalog this website. It's really great if you teach any content areas and you need to have current information. So I teach Canadian history, and I always like to have current newspaper articles to showcase, when something happens and our prime minister does something. I like to bring current events that relate to historical things.
I got news for you. Everybody likes when your prime minister does something. Thumbs up for him. Yep. Okay. That was a little inappropriate, sorry.
I'm happy that our neighbors to the south like the leader of my country.
Yes.
So Danielle, I hope that this little quick tutorial has helped some teachers out there. I know that when I found this extension, it was amazing, and it's just really helped my teaching. And I organize everything just using a simple Google Sheets document. And I already have to upload everything into Google Drive to share it in Classroom so that it's already there, it's organized. So why not organize it one step further so that if the student says to you, oh, Miss Knight, I was away on Monday, what did we do? You can say, hey, did you check the table of contents?
How's your attendance?
It's okay, it's good. Yeah, my kids are good, but a lot of them are athletes, and so they're gone for competitions. And then this way they can access any of our lessons that can be accessed.
What do you mean competition? Is that common in Canada?
Yeah, we hockey is really common. And so students will be gone a lot on Fridays to attend hockey tournaments out of town.
Really?
Yeah, that's really common. Do you guys play hockey?
Okay. Yes, but I guess not to the extent where I live that children are missing Fridays to go to hockey tournaments that are far away. I guess I could relate to that with like soccer and stuff, but we're still not missing. That's interesting to know that.
Yeah, it's not every Friday, but if there's like a long weekend, especially an American long weekend, I think that maybe you guys host a lot of tournaments, because my students will say, I'm going to Michigan this weekend, I'm going to here, I'm going there. And I'm like, oh, what are you going to do? And like, oh, we have a hockey tournament. And so I wonder if when it's a long weekend for you guys, if people make these tournaments so that kids can have, time to play others that they don't normally get to play in their local leagues.
Yeah, it's going to be this weekend, by the way. So you may have absences tomorrow.
Okay, well, I'll let you know.
Yeah, it's Martin Luther King Day weekend this weekend. Okay, so This was awesome. So we do have a few. Yay, Michigan Tech teacher. That's right. Yeah, she's a Michigan girl. When we conclude our Facebook Live tonight, which we will in a few minutes, Kristy's going to go ahead and put in the comments the name of the extension one more time for everyone, because that seems like the biggest takeaway from tonight, which is an amazing one. And the replay for the Facebook Live is available immediately for anybody that wants to watch it again, share it with their colleagues, because this is a fabulous tip. And thank you so much. Thank you so much. And you want to tell everybody where they can find you on your blog and your Facebook page?
Yeah, so I blog at 2peasandadog.com. So peas, like the green peas that you would eat, it represents my husband and I, because I couldn't do the technical side behind my blog. He's the tech person and I'm the teacher. And then I'm in love with my dog. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see dog photos. I also have a cat and a rabbit. So for me, those are my little fur children. So yeah, just 2 peas and a dog. And I share tech tips and lots of other stuff. I teach English and Canadian history, and then I'll teach geography in a few weeks. So if you're interested in geography, I'll be sharing what I'm doing in geography. Canadian geography, the provinces of Canada.
Woo! I could use some lessons in that. I'm so happy that you're here with me tonight. We've been talking about doing this for a while, and I have a feeling you and I are going to be back together doing another one like this. And thank you everybody for joining us tonight. And go ahead in your comments if you want to ask a question or reiterate something that you thought was great tonight. We would love that. Okay, so have a great night, everyone. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.